Hello, and welcome. My name is MiniBetrayal, and this is Factorio. So I've done a tiny bit of work since the end of the last episode. Mostly, I have researched the fast inserter technology, which gives me access to the filter inserters. Just because previously this was just a normal yellow inserter, so it was picking up green ones and things were getting mixed and everything was horrible. But I have now fixed that, and we are progressing through the rest of them. Do I need logistics too? Nah. Don't know. I'll stick the weapon shooting speed back on those ones there. Okay, so first up, I have decided that I want this to be a full belt. So I'm going to go and see what I can do to increase the iron supply, for which I actually need to come up this way first, because this is where my miners are being made. Yoink! That should do for now. So the iron deposit we've got over here is plenty big enough to support what we need for the moment. So we've got 6 on each side at the moment. Let's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 12 on each side. Last I checked, I think it was 13 on each side. Let's see, that has there you go. Mining speed half per second. So that's 1 every 2 seconds. That's 15 items per second, which is divided by 2, so that's 7.5 items per second. But it's multiplied by 2, so yeah, it's 15 on each side. There we go. That was a lot harder than it really needed to be. So what's that? 12, 13, 14, 15, and same up there. 1, 2, 3, and we'll belt this in like that. He wants one there, he wants one there. Okay, that should give me a fully compressed belt of iron ore. Now let's come down to the smelting area. So these guys, they smelt crafting speed of 1? Surely that's not just 1 per second, is it? No. 3.2 seconds. So, we've got 15 items per second coming in. They are being crafted every 3.2 seconds. So, let me get this the right way round. Is it 15 times 3.2? Yeah, that sounds right. So I need 48 stone furnaces. How many do I have at the moment? 15. And I need 24 on each side. So that'd be 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Excellent. I did leave myself enough space. Okay, let me finish putting this in, and then we should have ourselves a compressed belt of iron plates. Okay, so that is all running, which is good. So this is coming in full speed, and that is going out full speed. Now if that's going out full speed, that means we're actually consuming a fully compressed belt of iron plates already, which is perhaps a little worrying. I wasn't quite expecting it to be fully compressed already. Let's see. So we've got a little bit of it going down towards green circuits, that's fine. Then this is mostly fully compressed. About half of that's going to our maul. So everything is working on the maul, that's fine. Can we make... Yep, we can now make assembly machine 2, so I'll turn that machine on and this machine off. Well, not off, I'll just turn the output off. Oh no, no, because we're not making steel yet. Okay, let's put that back. Yeah, so we need to get some steel in there somehow. Have I done steel processing yet? Yes. Okay, so maybe we should get some different iron in. Just have a quick look at pollution. Yeah. Should maybe be a little worried about what's over this side. I'll just do a little bit of exploring, make sure there's no biters very close to the edge of the map over here. We've got a nice big forest, so it shouldn't spread too quickly, although it's not quite in the way. Alright, so no biters in pollution range just yet. We've got a biter base down there. So, yeah, need to keep an eye on it, but not an issue just yet. Okay. Alright, let me have a think about what we might want to do for steel. Okay, I think this will work. Oh, we've run out of science to do, so anything specific I should aim for? I'll just knock through them in order then, I think. There's nothing I particularly want before anything else. Just get them going. Okay, so it'll be a similar kind of thing, so we'll feed coal and iron ore in on this one, and then that will be put into here to be turned into steel, and then that will be put onto this belt, which will be our output belt. We'll also have coal, just coal, coming in on this one, which can then feed the steel smelters. Now, I've spaced it out a little wider, so we should be able to then later replace these with the electric furnaces if we need to. Okay, so I need to get another line of iron ore coming in, and I need to hook this up. So let's do that. So we'll want some coal coming in there. And then, well, that was the easy bit. Okay, so we are just about done here now. I'm just putting in the last few power poles right now. So you can see it's essentially the same kind of thing as the normal iron smelting column. Just need to extend that belt by one. And yeah, that should give us, well, it should give us 1/5 of the... yeah, it should give us 1/5 of a belt of steel. So I've just plugged that in over here. What I'm going to do with that is, right, it's this one here that wants to, actually no, it's the other side of this belt that wants steel. So if we just take that along this way, he can hop underground there. And then if I put a splitter there, and we'll do a whoopsie around there. Like that. That should put steel on the other side of this belt, and that should kick this guy into action once the steel actually gets there. So we'll just make sure that that actually happens. And there we go. And we're in action. Okay, so a couple of other things to mention. I had to put a little kink in my wall here. Oh well. There was enough space for it, I just needed to move it up a little bit, but I didn't want to move the whole thing because reasons. Also, you may have noticed that power is a little on the lacking side again, so let's go and double power. Right, so we've got... so I need a bit more iron. That should do. So 3 of them, 2 of them, and a couple of underground pipes. Okay, well, apparently I suck at counting, but that is all in place now. And I've got an extra couple of them, I'll just lay them out there. Power is fine again. Okay, what do we want to do now? So we've got red science going nicely, we've got green science going nicely. Let's have a look at pollution. Okay, I'm going to go and do a bit of scouting, just extend my borders a little bit more. See if I can find any nearby biter bases that I need to be worried about. Okay, so I think the first biter base to attack us is going to be this one, sitting on this copper deposit up here. There's only 3 spawners. So, let's see. Do I have enough stuff to build turrets on me? No, I don't. Maybe we should take care of it now? I'll at least put a couple of turrets nearby, I think. Okay, so if these biters attack, they're essentially going to come straight south. So what I think I will do, I put a turret here, and I'll put a turret on this side of the little... In fact, I'll put 2 on each side. That should, at the very least, be enough to give me some warning. How much should I put in each one? Let's just put 10 in each one, I think. So 10 in there. 10 in there. In there, and 10 in there. Okay, that way if these ones do decide to attack, I should get a little warning pop up, just to say that at the very least they're on their way if they haven't been destroyed yet. Okay, now military science. What do we need for military science these days? Has it changed? Piercing rounds, grenades, and walls. Okay, so we do need to get some stone coming in as well for the walls. Shouldn't be too tricky. Oh, the other thing we can do now, we've got a bunch of them. So, let's... So how should I get rid of these ones? Okay, yeah, essentially what I want to do is upgrade everything. Just make everything go a teensy bit faster. Oh, and down here as well. There we go. Okay, so I've gotten rid of the the output box for the level 1 machines. Just moved it to there, so that will feed straight in. Yeah, so that should eventually turn all of the level 1 assemblers into level 2s. Right, stone, that's what I was going to work on. Okay, so what I have done, we've got our little stone deposit over here. I've turned that into an actual mining bit, and the stone comes along this way, sort of threads behind the copper, and comes into the bus there. So with that, we should be able to... actually, I think that's not everything, is it? Because grenades also need coal. And in fact, it's not even stone we want on the bus, is it? It's stone brick. Alright, please stop. Let's fix this. Have I got enough space to hold all this stone I'm about to pick up? I guess we're about to find out. Okay, take 2. So we need stone brick on the bus, which means we need to smelt some. So pop that down there. We'll fill that in. Okay, and then we need to put the stone where it wants to go, which should be relatively easy. Okay, may as well drop off that much. Okay, so now it's this that actually wants to go onto the bus. And we also want some coal on the bus for the grenades. So if I do that, am I out of belts? Yes, I am. Luckily, I'm right next to the bus. There we go. Not the bus, the mall. Well, I am right next to the bus. And ladies and gentlemen, that is what is known as rambling. Okay. So this line wants to be some black stuff, coal. Okay. So that's just a straight up coal line. I have been periodically expanding the coal behind the scenes as well. Probably saw it while I was showing the stone, but yeah, I think that is just about a full, or that's supposed to be a full line of coal we have available. Power is looking okay at the moment. Okay. Marching through the sciences, excellent. Right, so we've got our stone bricks, we've got coal, we've got our plates of all 3 iron, copper, and steel. I reckon we can start doing some military science. Okay, so to get the customary 1 per second, or 1 per assembly machine adjusted second, we need 5 of these machines, and so these are made 2 at a time, so we need half a piercing round magazine per second, half a grenade per second, and 1 wall per second. So let's have a look. A wall is made from 5 stone brick in half a second, so we only need 1 machine making walls. One of these, we need half of these per second. So we need half firearm magazine per second. But we do need more than 1 machine, because this is only made 1 every 3 seconds. We need 1 every 2 seconds. So 1 of these machines, 2 of these machines, 1 of those machines, and grenades. 4 grenade machines, I think. Alright, let's pop it all down, see what I come up with. Okay, if my calculations are correct, and there's a very good chance that they are not, this should be what we want. I don't know if it needs it, but I feel as though that should have an extra input. Okay, so over here we have got iron coming in from here, or at least we will do, being turned into firearm magazines. That is then put straight into these machines, which make the piercing rounds magazines, together with copper and steel, which come in from those lines. They are then put onto this belt here. On the other side of this belt is put grenades, which come from coal and iron plates from these 2 belts. The grenades and the piercing rounds magazines then come around here, where they are fed into machines that make military science. They also need walls, which come from over here. They are put onto this belt here, from this machine, which gets its stone brick from this belt here. The military science is then placed on this output belt, which runs along this way and will run up here before going off to the labs. So I think all that needs to be done is for that to be plugged in. I need to pick up some underground belts, and let me top off my stack of splitters as well. Okay, let's hook that in. So this first one here wants to be iron plates. Then we need some copper and some steel. Slight change of plan. Copper's going in that side. Because then I can have the steel come in on this side. Like that. Okay, this one wants to be iron. This one wants to be coal, so which I think is on this line. And stone, which is on that line. Okay, so these two need to be taken across from their relative places. There we go. And this one wants to be taken back up, and I've just put the splitter where I need a underground belt. That's bloomin' annoying. Alright, let's take that up here instead. Need to do a bit more worming around to get things in the right places, but I can manage. Underground there, and you can go down that way. Okay, let's see what's not working, because there's bound to be something. Okay, well, we're making the piercing rounds magazines. We are making grenades. We are making walls. And we are actually making some military science as well. I get the impression that this is not picking up enough stuff in time. Yep, so we need to swap some fast inserters into place. Okay, all of my military science machines are working. Excellent. And let's make sure that it is going to the right place. I should also put a buffer in as well. Yes, that is going to the right place. And we've even got a couple of them being used. Well, they're in the machine. I don't think they're actually being used yet. So let's stick down a buffer quickly. So they are on that side. So I need a filter. And to those guys, that's fine. There and there. And there. You please pick up military science. And some power. Excellent. Okay, well, I think that is enough for today. Let's just have a quick check on the pollution. It hasn't quite reached the biobases yet. Also have to keep an eye on that one down there. Next episode, I have no idea what we're going to do. Are we in a position to start looking at oil yet? Maybe? Yeah, it's in the list coming up of sciences to do, so we could start looking at that. There's been a few oil changes since the last time I have played. So we'll have to have a look at that. In the meantime, though, we'll leave it there. I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon.